A SpaceX Starlink rival demands the FCC puts a stop to SpaceX Starlink testing cellular service. Let's talk about it. Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. Thank you so much once again joining me for tea time. Today we have a little bit of misty morning and focus combination. So good. Hope you're joining me with your cup of tea, maybe a cup of coffee, hanging out, talking tech, talking photo, talking video. Today is a technology day. We'll be talking about SpaceX and T-Mobile and Omnispace, and this major rival of SpaceX demands the FCC puts the kibosh on testing of the DTC or direct-to-cell service that SpaceX has been working on in conjunction with or as a partner with T-Mobile to offer this type of service before the end of this year. So this is a very big thing. Now, the FCC, once again, just got hit with a massive filing from this SpaceX Starlink rival. And I want to read some of this article. I found this one, let me see, over on PC Magazine. And they went over and they discussed it a little bit. There was a couple of other rags that talked about it, but they did a really good job of condensing it. I always like to keep these videos as short as possible. So I want to read some of this to you. I want to give you my commentary and my thoughts. And most importantly, I want to hear from you. What do you think about this? Is this something that's going to actually stop SpaceX, Elon Musk's company, from introducing that Starlink partnership with T-Mobile, where T-Mobile customers can actually text even though there is no cell tower in sight and still be able to do it directly through a satellite? And supposedly by 2025 and then going into 2026, you'll be able to not only text right from a satellite, but also be able to make phone calls and surf the web. So that is a really big thing. There's a lot of companies that are looking into getting into this space because they know how big it's going to be. And a lot of the cell companies really don't like it. And this company particularly doesn't like it because they are in the exact same space. The problem is they don't have a lot of satellites, and I'll get into that in just a second. So before we get into this article, I want to say that if you haven't downloaded any of my ebooks, check them out. Go to JCristina.com/books. Also, if you enjoy the content, throw it a thumbs up. That would be very helpful. Don't forget to subscribe if you are. Thank you. I appreciate it. Click this little button over here so when I go live, when a new video comes out, you'll be notified of it immediately. And if you want to say thank you for all of my hard work, there's a little thank you button. You can click there, give $1 or $2 if you like. If not, that's perfectly fine. Consider becoming a member of the channel. That would be even better. And if you want more Starlink content, I'll put a little link. Don't click on it now. Watch the video, then rewind, and then click this little button over here. There's about 200, almost 280 videos now specifically on SpaceX Starlink. Helpful how-tos, tips, tricks, what to buy, what not to buy, how to do things, but more importantly, the why behind what you're doing. Because the why is equally, if not more important than the how. That's what this channel is all about, the why. Because the why is equally as important, actually more important than the how. So this channel is all about the why. Anyways, let's get right into this article. It starts out by saying SpaceX's Starlink network for cellular phones is generating radio interference, according to a competing company that urges U.S. regulators to intervene. On Friday, Omnispace, which is also trying to bring satellite connectivity to phones, told the FCC that SpaceX's ongoing tests for its cellular Starlink service are interfering with Omnispace's own satellite activity. Quote, SpaceX's operation violates the terms of its experimental authorization and must cease, according to Omnispace and what they told the FCC in a 43-page regulatory filing. Another 43-page filing. Eesh. In addition, the company claims to possess empirical evidence that the cellular Starlink satellites are generating additional radio noise. Quote, you see, the noise floor on our satellites increased to the degree that service cannot be provided, Omnispace's VP reportedly said during the International Telecoms Week conference. The filing also includes a presentation that claims to show how Starlink's cellular-enabled satellites can cause radio interference to Omnispace's single Omni F2 medium Earth orbit satellite, despite being over 17,000 kilometers apart. The important part there is single satellite, single. Quote, studies find significant in-band from 1990 to 1995 megahertz interference risk. Omnispace has confirmed a single Starlink DTC satellite creates an unacceptable interference level into its F2 satellite on multiple occasions. Future operations of hundreds or even thousands of Starlink satellites will render the band unusable by other MSS operators over large portions of the globe. The interference claim could threaten the cellular Starlink service, which is slated to be launched at the end of this year for T-Mobile subscribers. SpaceX didn't immediately respond to the request for comment, possibly because it is still analyzing the Omnispace's presentation. But in its own FCC filing on Friday, SpaceX pushed back on the allegations, saying that Omnispace refuses to coordinate its satellite operations with SpaceX. This is very important. Quote, I am writing to follow up on our multiple requests to coordinate operations over the past 6 months. We are surprised by Omnispace's unwillingness to respond to our request, SpaceX's VP for satellite policy, David Goldman, wrote to the FCC. Omnispace's presentation notes, quote, repeated requests by SpaceX's to coordinate have no legal basis. Therefore, operational systems like Omnispace that are compliant with the International Telecommunications Union radio regulations do not have an obligation to coordinate. The FCC did not immediately respond to requests for comment, but in Omnispace's filing, the company says that it met with the FCC officials last week to document the harmful interference SpaceX continues to cause to Omnispace's operations. This is not the first time SpaceX and Omnispace have clashed in FCC regulatory filings. That's true. I reported to you guys it was last year. When this whole thing started, Omnispace lost it. They're like, oh my God, we can't have this. Guys, number one, they have one satellite in orbit. Elon Musk, SpaceX Starlink has got 6,000. Now, out of those 6,000, about 100, maybe 150 of them, maybe getting close to 200, somewhere right around there, are satellites that have eNode Bs on board. What that means is they are basically, in short, cell towers in LEO or low Earth orbit. All right, so there's already a few hundred of them, not one. They're in low Earth orbit where these people are in MEO. Their one satellite, their F2, is in MEO, which is medium Earth orbit. So, number two, SpaceX has asked these people to coordinate with them over many, many months, well over 6 months, and they refuse to do it, citing that, listen, we don't have to coordinate with you. You just need to shut it down because it's causing us harm. So, how is that going to play, right? That's my question to you. You know, if SpaceX Starlink goes out, like the VP was saying, and saying, listen, if there is any type of interference, we want to fix it. Let us know where it is, in what band, where is it happening, at what times, what locations. We want to know so we can fix it. They're like, no, we don't want you to fix it. We want you not to offer DTC service because we want to offer it. The hell are you going to offer with your one satellite? Don't be stupid. Anyways, that's my personal opinion. If the company knows that there's a problem and they do not proactively try to fix the problem when the rival company is asking them to coordinate so that they can fix it, well, I think that anyone listening, along with myself, would say, listen, they are being disingenuous and they're not trying to fix the problem. They're just trying to cause problems. And I think that the FCC is pretty smart. They're going to see the exact same thing. They're being like, listen, guys, all right, they're asking for you to coordinate with them so they can fix any type of issue. If there is one, any type of issue, they want to fix it. By you not coordinating with them, right, is causing not only a problem, but it's not going to help us find in your favor because you're not doing anything to help yourself. So, is SpaceX's Starlink's DTC service actually affecting them? Supposedly, they have empirical knowledge, empirical data that shows that it is. So maybe it is. I don't know. But the bottom line here is, will SpaceX Starlink be pushed back and not be able to offer this DTC service by the end of the year with T-Mobile due to Omnispace? I would have to say no. That's my personal opinion. I want to hear from you. I want to know what you guys think. I just want to say no because I think that the FCC is going to see right through it and be like, no, it's not going to work like this, right? We need you to do something proactive. They're asking to have you assist them so that they can help you. Please help us to help you. And if you don't want to help us to help you, we can't do anything about it. We're trying our best. That's my personal opinion. I want to know what you think. Do you think that Omnispace will win this with their 43-page regulatory FCC filing, or will they not? Will it fall on deaf ears? Do you think that SpaceX Starlink is going to be on track to go live with this DTC, or if you don't know what DTC service, that direct to cellular service, basically what is happening here, guys, is you can take an unmodified phone, go outside, and now text, even if there is no cell tower in the location. At the top of the mountain, in the middle of the desert, doesn't matter, because your unmodified phone will be able to connect to a SpaceX Starlink satellite. Moving forward into 2025, we're moving into making a phone call and then also into being able to surf the web, even if it's going to be a little bit slower because, once again, you're communicating with this phone to a satellite that's sitting at 520 kilometers in space. So basically that satellite is listening to like a cricket fart. Okay, so I don't even understand how it can actually hear, right? Or get the frequency, get the signal, get the RF, the radio frequency from an unmodified phone. How it happens, I don't even know, but it does. So anyways, that's what the whole DTC, if you didn't know, is all about. And Omnispace is trying to put the kibosh on it. Once again, will they be able to do it? I want to hear from you. What do you think? Down below, let's have this discussion. Once again, if you enjoyed the content, even the least, throw it a thumbs up. That would be awesome. And finally, head over to my website, JCristina.com, where you can find all the photography tools as well as the merch that I've put together for you guys, t-shirts and tea and all kinds of other stuff. Check it out. Pick something up. Help support me and my family. Many blessings to you and your family. Stay safe, stay healthy, stay connected, and we'll see you in the next one. Love you all.